GST is something that you condemned. You said that, it is the worst Gabbar Singh tax that has been imposed. Today, when the reforms come in, you say that, this was our idea, this is, what the Congress had suggested. Please decide today whether you actually loved the GST tax when it came in or you hated it because the taxes were just so complicated. Please tell the country today, are you welcoming the reforms, the bringing down of the slabs, the relief that it gives the Aam Aadmi, or are you continuing to be petulant, which is the permanent state that the Congress party remains in?
Navika, thank you very much. I think this is a very important discussion. Let me address your question up front. The GST, when it was introduced, was a reform. It was a very significant landmark tax reform. What has been announced yesterday is not a reform. It's a rationalization of the slabs and the tax structure. Although, as usual, a headline-obsessed government will call it the next-gen GST reforms. It is not a reform, it's a rationalization. I think you have economists who will probably corroborate what I just said. But I don't want to get into the history that the Congress created the architecture of the bill, which, by the way, was conspicuously opposed by a chief minister who would later on land up in New Delhi. But I don't want to make a political statement. Let's get down to the facts of the economics of it all. Let me tell you one thing, Navika. What the government has announced yesterday is actually not even partial compensation for the kind of economic harassment that the poor people of India have gone through. I use harassment in terms of the exploitation, the excess and exorbitant GST collections, where the poor ended up contributing more, including, let me add, the middle class. And I'll give you one data point which I think should be central to today's conversation, Navika. Look at the contribution of personal income tax collections and the corporate income tax collections to India's direct tax collections. And you'll see why the Narendra Modi government has been anti-poor, anti-neo-middle class, anti-middle class, and barring the creme de la creme, the 1% at the top, this government has not worked for anybody else. Look at these data points, Navika. In 2014, the personal income tax as a percentage of direct tax collections was 38%. Today, it is at 53%. So it's gone up from 38% to 53%. Now, here is the disturbing data. It is higher than the corporate collections, corporate income tax collections. Corporate income tax collection that was 61.4% in 2014 is now down to 46.6%. So today, the individual personal taxpayers are paying much more for tax collections for the government than the corporate taxpayers. Can you tell me in which developing economy, we are still in emerging market, we are not a rich country, we've got a long way to go, we are the lowest in per capita income amongst G20 countries. Why is there such a disproportionate, shall we say, skewed numbers which are anti the real middle class of this country? There are no answers, which is why 1% of India controls 60% of wealth. I want Sudhanshu ji to today address that answer. Why were people who needed cancer drugs, life-saving drugs, core medical equipment which were very important for their life, farmers who needed agriculture equipment as well, why were they being taxed for 8 long years?
Rahul Gandhi, because the Rahul Gandhi wanted everybody to be taxed on one rate, which is 18%, a Mercedes at 18%, as well as a tractor at 18%. But Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, please respond to the questions raised by Sanjay Jha, because सब कुछ इन्होंने किया था, सोचा था, बस they could not implement it. Today, it was implemented and reformed by the Modi government, but they have several issues and several problems with it. Sudhanshu ji.
At least today you have to acknowledge Rahul Gandhi without batting an eyelid.
I would like to put forth what I would like to say what Sanjay Jha ji has said, how he tried to divert the issue. Just he was saying that the people have been harassed and 1% people are getting this much of tax and this much of facilities. I would like to say, sir, 80 crore people are getting ration. You were accusing us. These fall in 1%. More than 1 billion people are having mobile phones, smartphones. This is 1%. 82 crores mobile internet, broadband connection. This is 1%. 8 crore people are having automobile in their household, two-wheeler or four-wheeler. It is 1%. Now the civil aviation sector has boomed. People are traveling in air. This is 1%. That is the statistical data which the jugglery the people try to do just in order to undermine. On this issue, I would like to say, sir, anybody can go and check. As per the World Bank estimate, India is the most equal country in economic disparity among all the major countries of the world. Their Gini index or something it is, India stands at 24. Much, much more than America and even the communist China. अमीर और गरीब में सबसे कम अंतर जो है वो भारत में है among all G7 countries, G20 countries. I challenge Dr. Sanjay Jha if he has any other data authentic by the World Bank, then he can show. And second thing he is saying, this much of personal income tax has been taken and the corporate tax is 43. Sir, क्यों लोगों को गुमराह करने की कोशिश करते हैं? Income tax is a direct tax. And there is an indirect tax also, which falls under the GST, excise and others. And corporate also gives you are talking about just corporate tax. But the indirect tax, the major share is with the business people, whether it's a small vendor or a big corporate. So in that case, you have to put the entire picture. But problem इनके साथ क्या है? They have always any problem. Every time they are having problem with the growth story of India, despite the fact at present, sir, what is the rate of inflation? It's 1.5%. Last quarter, what is the growth rate? 7.8%. Growth rate is 5 times the rate of inflation. Sir, growth rate is 5 times the rate of inflation. कांग्रेस के 60 साल में एक साल बता दीजिए. एक साल ऐसा बता दीजिएगा जिसमें ग्रोथ रेट ऊपर रही है.
Also respond to the charge that Rahul Gandhi made. This is a dead economy.
The rate of growth in entire decade of 70s and 80s.
Well, Navika, here are 2 points because
Navika ji, I would like to say one sentence पूरा कर लो संजय जी.
Okay. Yeah.
देखिए, there are certain works which has been undertaken by the government. They fall in 3 categories. Number 1, those work with the previous governments were doing and we are doing it much faster speed, much better transparency, like Bijli, Pani and Sadak and electrification of the railways. Second category falls in those categories in which they tried to do it, but they couldn't do it, like the women reservation and GST. And third category is those type of subjects which they said that it will never happen, but it happened, like Article 370, 35A and Ram Mandir. So we have done all those things. GST आपकी नाकाम हसरतों का था और आप कह रहे बीजेपी ने अपोज किया था. संजय झा जी, आप बताइए, यूपीए के सारे घटक थे साथ में. ममता बनर्जी was this with GST or not? No. You just tell me how many UPA allies were there with you on GST? Kindly tell the names.
ठीक है. नाविका, सुधांशु जी ने मेरे प्रश्न का जवाब तो नहीं दिया, लेकिन मैं पूरा जवाब दे देता हूं. You know something, Navika, where is the biggest problem here? That this government is hypocritical. For a long time, it did not understand the basics of finance. India needed to raise this domestic demand. Now that Donald Trump has jammed us on exports, they have suddenly realized that we need to boost consumer demand and try and increase our manufacturing, which, by the way, has gone down to 12.5% of the GDP. The biggest flop has been Make in India. But let me make the bigger point here, Navika. End of day, go back to 2019. Why is the corporate contribution lower than personal income tax collections? Because Nirmala Sitharaman, as the finance minister, promised the country investment and jobs by giving entire India Inc. a write-off on tax of 1,45,000 crores a year, which over the last 6-7 years will be over 10 lakh crores. 10 lakh crores has been subsidized to the corporate sector. Where are the jobs? Today, when in Tirupur, Sudhanshu ji, when the government's business
Sanjay
is
Jha, when the Congress party, which actually was a party of the center and a party of private enterprise market economy in the Manmohan Singh reforms era, when they start talking about corporate taxes falling down. Why are you giving a break to the corporate? I sometimes begin to wonder, have you completely forgotten Pranab Mukherjee? Have you completely forgotten Mr. P. Chidambaram as finance minister?